welcome back to part 4 of episode 77 of Top Rope Rally right here on the YouTube. I'm Matt Hogan.
And I'm Justin High.
And let's get started with the list.
That does not miss.
Number 11, long-term booking directions for WWE in 2015 and 16. Number 5 is Bray Wyatt's face turn. How could that happen?
How can it happen? The booking of Bray Wyatt has been shockingly bad for a while now.
Amen, Brother Ben.
Brother Ben, that's not who wrote it, but Brother Ben. Okay. His lack of wrestling time and failure to even make some cards. What? Oh, wrestling card. I was like, is this a card game? What the heck? Is a real shame. He's such a... I know, I'm so sorry. Wow, that scared the mess out of me. He's such a distinctive character and promo man, but he's simply... That's exactly what it is. But he simply hasn't had the right people to work with. When you consider his in-ring skills, he should be in these very biggest matches. Remember Royal Rumble 2014 when he had one of the best matches of that year with Daniel Bryan?
I kind of forgot about that.
That's the Bray Wyatt who fans want to see. Yeah, because the only thing you remember about Royal Rumble is the fact that Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Royal Rumble.
He's going to take on Bray Wyatt and he's going to come out at number 30. Oh, it's Rey Mysterio! Boom! Exactly. Booyaka, Ray!
So it says that that's the Bray Wyatt who fans want to see, not some guy who just appears on type trying to talk riddles. Yes. WWE are aware of Wyatt's stalling and are considering...
a hand and an egg in your face. What do you have? A dead bird.
That's weird. Considering a face turn for within the next 12 months. That would then enable him to reemerge as the main event star that many expected him to be. No, it won't. He's so distinctive as a character and skilled as a worker that fans have wanted to cheer him for months. Anyway, an angle in which he gets over as a babyface would be easy to pull off. Here's the thing. No. Keep him as the heel character. Yes, they're going to cheer him all they want.
No.
But you make him a babyface. You got Cena that's ahead of him. They'll keep Roman Reigns ahead of him. Dean Ambrose maybe even ahead of him.
Daniel Bryan if he comes back.
Daniel Bryan, so he'll be a 5 or 6 tier face. Leave him as a heel.
Yeah.
I'm okay with them cheering for him. They're going to cheer whether they like you or not.
Cheer for you, yes, definitely.
If you're a heel or not, they're going to cheer for you. It doesn't matter. But leave him as a heel. I just do not agree with changing him to a face.
I don't either. That would be very bad booking.
What are they going to do? Have Braun Strowman turn on the guy that made him? No, that's stupid. Now we're going to go on to the king of the Jobber Tournament, round number 2.
Woo! And we got some
Get
good
your
matches.
cursor ready.
I got my cursor ready.
In the opening match this week, we have the number 1 seed of Virgil. Go ahead. Type it on.
Taking on the number 8 seed, Pistol Piz Watley.
So we know who's going to win that one, and that's Virgil. And the second match is the number 13 seed, Salvatore Sincere, who's pretty equal with even though it's a different bracket number, even though it's very far away.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at their skill set and their body type and everything, they're about the same.
It is. But the number 13 seed will take on the number 6 seed, Jim Powers of the Young Stallions, as we talked about him earlier.
Yes, we did in the Survivor Series pay-per-view review, and I would have to say Jim Powers would beat Salvatore Sincere.
I would.
Maybe if it was Tom Brady, it'd be a little more equal, but Salvatore Sincere kind of sucks.
Yes.
The third match is the number 5th seed, number 5 seed, not number 5th.
Yes.
Number 5 seed. I don't know what that was. This one's actually going to be a little hard. I don't want to have to buy.
Iron Mike Sharp.
I don't want to have a buy in this, but it's Iron Mike Sharp taking on the number 3 seed of Barry Horowitz. It's in the way. You have someone staring at you. That's kind of creepy.
And a 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is very difficult because I know everybody loves Iron Mike Sharp as a jobber, but a lot of people love Barry Horowitz. And I personally, I kind of grew up more with Barry Horowitz.
We're going to do the 1, 2, 3 here.
We're going to do 1, 2, 3.
We're going to do the 1, 2, 3.
That cat is giving you the evil eye over there.
Stop it.
That's kind of scary, actually. He's going to jump out of it.
Here, no jumping.
We're going to go 1.
We're going to go 2, Mississippi.
And we're going to go 3, Mississippi.
Yes. That's the way you count. You count that way. You count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That is 3 seconds.
You almost
This is not right.
That was really loud. You were throwing me off. 1,
2, 3. Barry Horowitz.
Thank you. That's pretty equal. They're pretty equal guys. Oh, and you go ahead and put the cursor in the right spot for that one.
Yep. Well, do that one first. Okay,
you do have to do that one.
Go and read it off there.
The 4th match in the top bracket here.
What do you want?
I didn't say no. I said top bracket. The 7th seed. It's almost an upset, really, if you look at the numbers, but we just kind of randomly put them there. the 7th seed of Lanny Poffo, Leaping Lanny Poffo, the brother of Macho Man Randy Savage. I think he just basically wins just off of that.
No, we do not go off that.
Who's your brother? Your winner. Taking on
your brother does everything. You did nothing. You're the winner.
He literally got paid in WCW to sit at home for like 2 years. Just because Macho Man was his brother. The number 2 seed is Joey Mag.
Jumping. Yes.
Joey Mag, not Jim Burns.
We got Leaping and Jumping.
So the Leaping taking on the Jumping, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so sorry about WCW's Joey Mags. But Leaping and
upset. A number 7 takes on number 2.
In all reality, it's not really an upset. But because of where the bracket is, the numbers, number 7 is an upset to beat number 2.
So, you want to set the matches
we
for
can
next
set
week?
the matches on this bracket.
For the first bracket in round 3, we're going to have number 1 seed Virgil taking on number 6 Jim Powers.
That's pretty big.
We're going to have number 3 Barry Horowitz taking on number 7 Leaping Lenny Poffo.
That's pretty big too.
That's pretty big.
Those 2 matches would be on WWE Superstars anytime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. So that's going to be interesting. And now we're going to have...
Our Wrestling Challenge, yeah.
That too. Or what's the other one with Bobby Heenan and Grill Monster?
Tom Tom?
Yeah, didn't have the wrestling on there?
They did.
It wasn't just talking. The number
They would talk
one...
about this, and then they would cut to matches, and they go to
Exactly.
matches.
The number 1 match in the second bracket here...
Bracket number 2
is
of round number 2.
...is the number 1 seed of David Sammartino taking on a number 9 seed.
Now, going with our logic of Lenny Poffo and Randy Savage, a brother and brother, father, son.
Son doesn't work on this one. Sorry.
There's nothing we can do for David Sammartino.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
Because he's taking on a number 9 seed, which sounds like an upset too, but clearly, in all reality, this is definitely not an upset. Because number 1, because he should be number 1, because he's Mr. Number 1, George South will win this one as he defeats David Sammartino.
But at 9, beating a 1 is an upset. So.
In a bracket.
Yes, in a bracket format.
Absolutely. The second match is number 4 seed Dwayne Gilbert.
Yes. We're playing off Dwayne. We're not playing off Gilbert when he had the most
But he's
success.
also a jobber at Gilbert too. He lost to people.
But he won the light heavyweight champ.
He did. Taking on Playboy Buddy Rose in the number 6 seed. So it's pretty equal, 4 and 6.
Yeah, but mostly I mostly remember Playboy Buddy Rose
And
as the
AWA.
blow-away diet. As he lays around and
I
puts
thought you were
powder
talking
on
about
his...
AWA with his tag partner.
Nope.
But he was not a jobber at that
mean
point.
him being embarrassed on WTV, laying around his fat stuff, putting powder on himself for the blow-away diet.
So you blow away the powder and the
blow away
weight
the
goes
fat,
away?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
But
It's about as crazy as bullfit.
It is.
But I guess it would be Playboy Buddy Rose. I mean, honestly, because if you're not going by Gilbert, Dwayne Gill wouldn't beat Playboy Buddy Rose. Gilbert would beat him.
Okay.
Unless he sat on him, then Gilbert would
That's true.
lose.
That's true.
Number 3, a number 5 seed of Max Moon, played by Paul Diamond and the man known as Cody.
We shouldn't do that too much, you know. You kind of want to shut fireworks in the sky.
He did do that.
Not
Take-
very long.
No, probably because it's too expensive, and that, I mean, why put all that money into a jobber, right?
I know.
A number 3 seed.
Sucks.
Exactly. The number 3 seed taking on Brooklyn Brawler, a.k.a. Abe Knuckleball Shorts, a.k.a. Kimchi, a.k.a. Steve Lamberti,
Right.
a.k.a. Dork the Clown. You can't forget that. But we're going by Brooklyn Brawler.
Yes.
And by the fact that Brooklyn Brawler beat Shawn Michaels once, I think it was from the help of somebody else, but still. Brooklyn Brawler is altogether a way better jobber and a long-term jobber compared to Max Moon, who didn't last that long.
That's true.
So I would have to say Brooklyn Brawler would win that.
I would agree too.
Why are they all on the same side?
I don't know. It's very weird. Ain't that very weird?
That was weird.
It's like
You can't
magic.
see this, but they're all on the same side of the bracket. Which I don't know if that may or may not happen on this next one. Probably not. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe.
No, it's pretty close there.
That's pretty close here.
The 4th match will be the number 10 seed.
I mean, yes, it's a shocker.
10 and 15 seeds, so they're very close. Lightning Tim Horner taking on Aldo Montoya with
Two
the jock straps.
upsets last week are now facing each other.
Yes.
And the winner will not be an upset. A 15 and a 10, that's pretty damn close.
It is.
So either one
It's
coming
very
out.
close. So, ladies and gentlemen,
You want to
would
do
it
the
be?
3 count, or you think? I'm
you know
either way.
more- You know more of Tim Horner. I know more of Montoya.
Right.
Because I wasn't around in this era. But are we going by just him by himself? Because him and Brad Armstrong did very well together, didn't
They
they?
did very well together.
But as by himself, he was considered a jobber,
He
right?
was. It was lightning.
But
Not much lightning.
you can't look at Montoya as Justin Cardinal. You can't do that.
Nope. Kind of look at
But who's more memorable? What do you remember? Do you remember Jockstrap?
If you remember, yeah, you remember Jockstrap in your face.
Thank you. You're gonna remember Jockstrap.
Yes. Oh, the Lightning Tim Horner.
Right, exactly. I'm personally gonna go with Aldo Montoya.
Over the Jockstrap, that'll be it. Yep.
Just the Jockstrap because it's more memorable.
It is.
You remember him when you think about who are all the personalities in this business. That Jockstrap, just like Mantar.
Yeah,
that big old bullhead is going to be more memorable because of the fact which he lost it already, way earlier.
But now for the bracket 2 for round 2, we have
the 80s guys.
George South taking on Playboy Buddy Rose, a 9 versus a 6.
That's old school going against old school.
And Brooklyn Brawler, a 3, taking on number 15, Aldo Montoya.
9 and 6 is pretty close. 3 and 15, not so much. But I already know who's winning those.
Pretty much left that though. So that will be it. That'll be our matchups for next week for round 3 of the King of the Jobber tournament.
So round 3 looks very good. Very who's who of jobbers, if you will. And now we're going to go on.
I mean, after we do part 3, Coach, round 3 gets done, I will have to start looking up videos to get the video package going.
You got to get the video package
because those last 4 will be very interesting.
They will be very interesting. But we're going to rebook now AWA Super Clash number 3.
Super Clash number 3.
It's the one pay-per-view that meant something to the AWA.
Yes.
Basically what we're doing is the exact same matches that they had on the pay-per-view, but what we're doing is we're reversing it and we're putting our own spin on it. We're putting our guys from our rebuilt AWA into the matches. So we're taking away who they had and we are making basically whoever we want to put in there, and we put those in there. How are you coming up with that?
That's what's happening on the show.
On which side they were on? One versus the other? That's interesting.
So keep on explaining.
I'm going to keep on explaining it. So we're going to start
that off there.
We're going to start basically with the first match, and the first match, the opening match of Super Clash 3 for the AWA, was a 6-man tag. And we went ahead,
Yeah, no more.
Okay. So we went ahead with this 6-man tag, and we started out with a bang. We did. We started out with the big boys, if you will. And I'm going to give you the lesser and give you the greater first, or second. So the lesser of the two teams was Harley Race, handsome Harley Race. And his tag team partners, the Destruction Crew, which was Wayne Bloom and Mike Enos. I reversed their name.
Wayne Enos. What the
Whoa. Mike Enos.
Wayne Enos.
Wow. Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom.
The Train Bloom, yes.
Who?
Wayne the Train Bloom.
That was his name? Oh, that's stupid.
Hey, rather than Wayne Enos.
Wayne the Train. I'm Wayne the Train. Really? Anyway.
Well, you have to go with that one. You know, that's no ifs and buts with that one.
That's really weird. Did they really make it that? I guess it was more classy then. Classy.
Yeah, probably so.
Ugh, because that'd be gross. I don't want to see that. That's disgusting. So anyway, we had Harley Race and the Destruction Crew taking on 3 of the 4 members of the 4 Horsemen. We had Tully Blanchard. We had Arn Anderson. And last but certainly not least, we had Ric Flair. Opening match, Flair and Harley Race.
You're freaking out. I know you. I feel you through the camera. You're
Like,
freaking
what
out.
are we going to have for the main event? Oh, we got you covered. And the winners of this 6-man tag will be the Horsemen.
Yes, of course.
Of course. And the second match, we have the WCWA.
Did you explain to them what the WCWA was?
WCWA was after the AWA, I guess,
Stupid
combined. Did they combine
No, they just changed World Class. That's just
So
to
they
change.
just changed the name.
Yes.
Just decided to change it.
Which makes no sense.
It used to be World Class Championship Wrestling, and they changed it to the World Class Wrestling Alliance.
Alarm's going off.
It is going off. It's pretty crazy. So the WCWA is what we had, and I cannot see the match now.
Oh, sorry.
So the second match was the WCWA World Light title, light heavyweight title, basically.
Of course.
And your champion is Jushin Thunder Liger. And he lost the championship to Rey Mysterio.
Booyah, booyah, 619.
And your third match.
Your third match was a singles match. It was William Regal taking on Larry Zbyszko.
The living.
The living legend. The man who took after Bruno Sammartino, unlike his son.
Yeah.
And the winner of the match in the singles match was Larry Zbyszko.
There you go. And I did too. You did too.
And the fourth match was a WCWA Texas Heavyweight Championship.
You almost want to just say WCW.
I almost did, no.
You did.
The champion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, defeated Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Before he was Mr. Perfect.
That's true. The fifth match of the night was a mixed tag match with Rick Martel and not his sister and not his wife, Sherry Martel. And they beat Stan Hansen, which is an upset, in my opinion.
Upset in the making, folks.
Upset in the making because Rick Martel beat Stan Hansen is huge. And Stan Hansen's a lunatic partner of Luna Vachon.
Yes.
One crazy tag team, but they lost. And then number 6, you have the AWA International TV Championship with your champion, Roddy Piper. Taking on, defending the championship against Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, the modern day warrior.
Not the Ultimate Warrior.
Not the Ultimate Warrior, the modern day warrior. And Roddy Piper retained his championship. Alarm is still going off.
It is still going off. It's a hot alarm.
It is.
In an 8-woman lingerie battle royal, we had Sherry Martel, we had the Fabulous Moolah, we had Medusa, Rockin' Robin, Luna Vachon, Vivian Vachon, Gail Kim, and Judy Martin. And picking up the win was Medusa.
Medusa. And I don't want to see any of those people in lingerie.
In the 8th match, we had a boot hit in the 80s too, so lingerie was not as revealing as it now.
Exactly. Thank you.
Woo!
That's so nasty.
In the 8th match was a boot camp match. We had Baron Von Raschke taking on Sergeant Slaughter. And of course, in his match, if you gotta be in your match, you're gonna win, and Sergeant Slaughter picks up the win.
It would be a huge upset if Baron Von Raschke won that. And the 9th match, the WCWA Tag Team Championship match. Your champions, of course, the Road Warriors, taking on Demolition, who is the best painted-faced warriors, if you will.
Yes. It's like for the titles and who is the best painted.
Who's the best painted tag team? Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and still WCWA Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors.
Very good.
That's how it should have went.
Exactly. The 10th match was an Indian strap match.
This is huge.
You had Nick Bockwinkel taking on Randy Savage. What?
What a match.
What a match. What a style. What a clash. You add a strap in there.
What a super clash.
Yes. 3.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And picking up the win was Nick Bockwinkel.
Nick Bockwinkel picked up the win. And then you have number 11.
You do too? Not the boot camp. We're going back and forth now.
Oh, we're now going back and forth.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Because I did this one, then you did that one.
No, but you did this one, and then I did that one. Oh, that's weird. I'm confused. That's why I'm like, how did we get this? This is weird. The 11th match is the Fabulous
tracks.
You did go off the tracks. You messed me up on that one. You went every other.
It doesn't take much.
That's true. And the 11th match is a normal, just regular tag team match. No titles on the line here. We had the Fabulous Freebirds. Pick any of them.
Michael P.S. Hayes and Terry Van Morty.
That's the best two. Taking on Jumping, not Joey Max, not Joey, Jumping Jim Brunzell. I was going this way. Jumping Jim Brunzell and his tag team partner, Greg, not as good as my daddy. Yeah. There's a lot that are not as good as their daddy. I mean, look at, I mean, I can't judge this guy. Larry Zbyszko's got a son. We haven't really seen him yet, though.
Right.
And then, what you call it? Bruno Sammartino's son. He's like,
yes, he was a big old goose egg.
Big old flop. And then George South's son is coming up now. We haven't seen him yet. So he could be better than his own daddy.
And Tully Blanchard's daughter is coming up. But what's she going to do?
What is she going to do?
Tessa.
Exactly. So the Fabulous Freebirds win the match, obviously, against Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne.
Some of these results will be no-brainers.
Brunzell and Gagne were a formidable tag team in AWA.
I think they may have been the tag team champions in
Because of the daddy. He booked it.
Not saying anything.
He booked the territory. Next, the title match.
The title unification match.
Title of all title matches.
It was the AWA World Heavyweight Champion versus the WCWA World Heavyweight Champion. And the AWA champion was Jerry the King Lawler, and he was taking on the WCWA champion Jesse the Body Ventura's the Body versus the King. Who would walk out? And the winner of the match by ref stoppage
Too much blood.
was Jerry the King Lawler.
So basically, he ripped that man up. He ripped him up, all his face.
Yes, they were scared of blood back then. So
they hurt the body. He hurt the body, if you will. Bloodied him up.
the referee stopped the match, and Lawler became the unified champion.
Very interesting. And so that is your AWA SuperClash.
And I hope you like it. I like it. I mean,
I like it. It's very interesting. It's very
different.
different. Something we've never done before. We rebuilt all the territories, and now we're rebooking one event per territory.
Yes.
So next week, that leads us right into, we're doing better than this. Next week, we rebook ECW. We will decide.
You haven't. I mean, there's a few ECW pay-per-views.
There is. Well, kind of have to look at them because I don't want to jump ahead and not know. But
So it will be ECW event.
It will be an ECW event. We want to look at the best one possible that we could replace our guys in and give you the best ECW event that we could possibly come up with. Plus, I don't know why it says we start. That's kind of weird.
That's probably supposed to be deleted.
Plus, we continue Survivor Series pay-per-view review with 89, 90, and 91. And we go to number 4 in the 11 long-term booking directions for WWE 2015 and 16. And of course, as always, ringside news, American Dream countdowns, if you will. The list that does not miss, and in the list, we will rebook ECW, and we will give you the 11 long-term booking directions, and we will give you the continuation.
The list is huge.
The list is always huge.
It is.
And
It doesn't miss.
It does not miss. And we will continue the King of Jobber tournament. Who will go into, I guess this is what, the finals, semifinals? What is this?
Round 3.
Round 3. It gives you 2 matches on each.
It does. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll give you 2 matches for bracket 1.
No, it's not the semifinals yet. Quarterfinals.
There you go. Quarterfinals, round 3, 2 matches in each bracket. The alarm is going off.
You know what that means, folks? That's the alarm
That
going
means
off.
we are done here, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to thank everybody for watching this week.
Yes.
And we will keep doing this until we get it right.
Could be a long time. And we will see you next week for episode 78.
If we get one step closer to that big old 80, where Jeb Sandwich returns to answer your questions.
And we will have a lot more new stuff coming up on 80. A little teaser.
He always loves tease.
I've got some stuff coming up. I've got something in the works that you all will love, ladies and gentlemen. I had to stand up for it because it's that exciting.
That was exciting.
When you hear it, which I will probably give it to you, give you that information on episode 79 on what new thing I'm bringing to Top Rope Reality. So I am Justin Carter.
And I'm Mike Hogan. Thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next week.